What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Things. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Wrestling with Things. David Joseph, joined by the usual cast of characters, Elena Cuevas and Sammy Joseph. But we got a special guest in the building, ball player at multiple levels, alumni of FSU. He played overseas at Albania, got his semi-pro to pro on. Kwame Lee is in the building. How are you, Kwame, man? Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yo, I know you heard about that Porzingis trade. Kristaps Porzingis is going to the Mavericks along with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Wesley Matthews. What do you think about this trade?
I think it's big, man. It's a lot of star power for Dallas. They got the two biggest international players coming together on one team. I feel like some good things are going to happen out of it.
Yeah, definitely. Not only are they two of the biggest, but they don't fit the stereotype of being soft Europeans. They're both two-way players. They're both under 25 years old. And Luka Doncic is, I'm surprised he didn't make the All-Star team this season because he's balling out of his mind. So you slot in a guy like Porzingis who's 7'3" and could shoot. There's no way they're not going to be beasts. What you think about this trade for both sides?
No, I love it. Dallas is slowly becoming one of the teams I really like, honestly, coming up for the future, because them, the Phoenix Suns, I like them coming up for the future. I like a couple teams coming up for the future, but Dallas, if only Kristaps Porzingis to stay healthy, because I mean, if he could come back from his injury and come back and play the way he used to play the way he was playing prior to his injury, because he was balling out of his mind. If he can come back and play like that with Luka, it's over for the next 10, 20 years. 10, 20, 15 minimum, if that.
Yeah,
it's over for them. Just because they're going to... Luka already, as a 19-year-old, is doing what LeBron was doing as a 18-year-old.
He's a grown man.
He's doing what he...
Yeah, but I gotta ask, because I'm a guy that likes to see both parties win. On the New York side, who do you really think they can?
They came up too.
Who do you really not? I know they came up
their
with
own
the pitch
way.
part, but who do you think they can really attract? That's main star, like that can stay with them on the long run.
There's a lot of free agents coming up, so they got opportunity. I feel like a lot of people love to play in New York, so I mean,
they definitely do.
Yeah.
But they usually love to stomp them down. Like they haven't had anybody that played for them in a long time.
They'll find someone that wants money, like a Jimmy Butler or someone that just wants some money to play in a big.
That's tough.
Big open. What is it?
Big market.
Market, exactly. I think they're like number 3. They haven't won anything in like 10 years, and they're like number 3 in marketing with like 2.9 billion made every year. I'm like, that's crazy. How do they make so much money?
Honestly,
nobody plays there.
That's tough. But leaving the situation he's already in, like that's kind of tough.
Honestly, I could see a Kemba Walker and Jimmy Butler, some type of combination if all else fails and they don't get the upper tier superstars.
I can definitely see Kemba.
And to be honest, that's not a bad look coming from where the Knicks come from. You maybe get a Kemba, maybe a Jimmy Butler, and you might be in a position to get Zion. So that's still not a bad look for where they're coming from.
It's not gonna do shit, but
no, it's improvement though. There ain't no championship team because management's not good enough to be a championship.
I don't even think they get 2 stars. I'm just giving them someone.
Where does that money go to then?
I don't think they get 2.
Otto Porter or something. That money's gonna have to go to somebody.
They're gonna pay someone, and then they're gonna get regretted at the end, just like the Joakim Noah thing. Nobody wanted to go there, so they had to spend their money, and they gave Joakim Noah $73 million, bro.
You don't think it might be slightly different this time? Only because I say this. I feel like
Kristaps out. Well, he
wanted
to leave, but he wanted to leave. But at the same time, they bashed him. They bashed him at the end. Like nobody wants to see an organization.
Knicks are a garbage franchise. But don't you think it's slightly different from this perspective that there's actually some weight to the rumors that people are considering them now these days a little bit. Like Kevin Durant is actually looking at them. I doubt he's leaving, but especially to New York. But he's thinking about it. Kyrie's thought about it. Like these people are at least thinking about it. But I don't think it's gonna happen either.
But here's the
I think
thing,
they thought about it because they just love playing in the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
That's just
and
that's just
big market,
It's a legendary.
my brand.
and that's exactly where I was going with it. Like, if you look at most of the marquee free agents this year, they all are in good situations already.
Yeah.
So Kevin Durant, great situation.
Why would he want to?
Kyrie, great situation.
Why would he
Klay
wanna leave?
Thompson, great situation.
Why would they want to leave?
I just think sometimes we're definitely right about that, but sometimes we can't assign our logic to these players because their logic be on some different stuff.
True.
That's why it's hard with these situations.
That's
you know?
why you can't do anything but just make an educated guess.
Yeah, exactly. But
You can't really do
their
that.
logic is left. If people go right, they go left. And
Like, who knows?
You
Maybe
know?
Klay Thompson wants mad money.
exactly.
True.
Maybe he don't want Draymond
I
to.
think KD's gonna be the one making the moves and shit.
I,
'Cause-
Where do you think
he's leaving
KD
too,
goes?
but I don't think he's
know.
going to New York.
But yeah, because
I don't
I
think
feel like
so.
he went to Golden State, got what he wanted. He like,
He got that monkey off his back.
Especially
Yeah.
if they win this shit, bro. He ain't coming back if they win.
yeah,
this
he
shit.
got that
You
those
think so?
3 rings
He
for
ain't
his
coming
legacy.
back. That'll
Now
be
he's
3
gonna
rings.
Try to go
That'll be a 3
Yeah, but I think that
take
would
his
probably
career to the next level. Try to get one on his own. Well,
Yeah.
be the main guy on this team because he's getting bashed for the rings he got now. So he's gonna try to go somewhere.
Be on that LeBron.
Yeah, do his own shit.
You think there's any chance, and I think it's a long shot. You think there's any chance he pulls a LeBron and tries to go back to the Thunder?
Play
I mean,
with Paul George. That would be
Because that would be the situation that could maybe mend the fences, and him and Westbrook could prove that they could have won together with Paul George.
I don't think they have enough money for him.
Yeah, I
for
don't
all
think
that.
they'll
Because they paid Paul George
Probably not.
almost
Probably
200.
not.
They gave Russell 200. So
Yeah, probably not. But for the simple fact, maybe it could be 2 years from now. They probably don't have the money, but I could see Kevin Durant having that.
I don't see it.
mindset.
I don't see it happening just because Kevin Durant's next contract is going to be a 5-year contract.
Yeah, I'm gonna
gonna be
say
a
he
5-year
stays with the
contract.
Warriors to me
I
though.
think
That's-
that's making the move. I'd say he's going.
That'll be the smartest thing if he just stays with the Warriors. But
I really do
I don't
think
think
he
he
stays
stays there.
because I think if you're winning, why not go for like the Jordan dynasty and just keep going?
because they're not all staying. Like Draymond is for a fact leaving.
Who cares if he leaves? They can win without Draymond.
I don't know. We'll see.
They can win without Draymond.
It's
Yeah.
been
Nah,
proven.
they
It's been
could've won without
proven.
him.
It's been proven that they can, but
You see what I'm saying?
no,
But
they can't.
They can't.
Yeah, it's been proven that.
Yeah,
they
but that's
can't.
before KD. They lost before KD showed up.
I
KD's
mean,
the
they,
real
they
key.
haven't lost Draymond to prove it, but hey, we'll see. I know Draymond's not staying. I don't know obviously, but I'm pretty sure Draymond, he wants to be a billionaire. That's what he said. He wants to be a billionaire. So I doubt staying with the Warriors.
I mean, I say
That you're not gonna get all the money you
You're not
could
getting-
get.
You're not getting a lot of money playing with the Warriors, bro. So
I feel like if Draymond leave, his stock's going down because his role is perfect for the Warriors. If he go anywhere else and
I
have a
agree.
bigger role, he's
But
gonna.
I agree
But he-
1,000%.
that's why I said who cares?
Anywhere
But
else,
he
he's
makes-
a different player.
he makes
value.
all stars and stuff like that. So people think he's a different player.
That's
That's what
correct.
pisses me off.
That is correct.
He's not
Yeah.
that good, bro. So
He's
it's
not.
like he shouldn't be making all stars in the first place because
No,
he's
man.
playing for this nasty ass team. But like, and then now he's gonna want all this money because he thinks he's an all star, defensive player of the year, blah blah blah.
No, that's why I said
He's
who
not
cares?
worth. He's not worth more than 140 million.
That's a smart move for him though. So do it while you're getting all this love in Golden State and your stock's high. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And
get
that's
that big
why,
payday.
and that's why he's gonna leave and make as much money as he can. Cause
He'll get the
I say
payday,
let him.
but I
I
feel
say
like
let
wherever he ultimately ends up, it's going to be a bad overpay.
Mhm.
That you're going to overpay for this guy you thought
Yup.
was a great player
Exactly.
outside of the Warriors system,
and
but he's
then
not.
find out he can't shoot.
I can see a team like the Pistons doing something like that.
That's
Just
why-
trying to go
that's
all in
why
on
I'm-
it because he's a Detroit boy.
That's why
Stupid.
if I'm Steve Kerr, I just let him go and I pay Boogie.
Honestly,
Hey, Boogie.
people aren't talking about that. That's not a bad idea,
No,
though.
but the only reason I don't
That's
think they're
okay.
gonna keep Boogie, Steve Kerr basically said they're not keeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the change
Basically.
ever since the beef, that could change plans.
They're not keeping Boogie. Boogie's playing for his next contract. That's why he's balling out right now. He's trying to ball out right this year on the Warriors, win a ring, so he can play for his next
Well, they're gonna
contract.
have to pay somebody because they can't lose Kevin Durant. And
Let me ask you this.
Dang.
Let me ask you this. The
Dang.
Warriors obviously are the
So like next
favorites.
year.
Who do you think their biggest threats are right now? The East, the top of the East got a little better. Boston, Philly,
Yeah,
Toronto,
Boston's catching fire
Milwaukee. Who do you think their biggest threats are?
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say Boston. That's my hometown.
I feel
team,
you.
So I
Nah.
like them, but I mean, there is a lot of competition. Last season, Houston wasn't far away. They could get all their pieces back. Chris Paul and them. I mean,
They just made a trade not too long ago today, actually. They just made a trade today for Iman
yeah, they got
Shumpert,
Iman, right?
Nick Stauskas, and some other guy. But, yeah, that's not really going to do much. But
But
there you go. There you have
I'd
it.
say the biggest threat is probably Boston because they're depth.
Yeah.
Like Philly, they're good. Like they're definitely getting better. Philly,
They got
Toronto,
Tobias. They just picked up Tobias Harris. And I'm like mixed about that, honestly. Like, that's a good pickup. That's a great pickup.
I feel like
think
they're
Boston
top
should be
heavy.
scared.
Like they don't got a bench.
Thank you.
Celtics,
Thank
that's
you.
why I
You're
say
going to need a
Celtics,
bench to
yeah.
go against the Celtics because the Celtics could throw like 10 players
I
at
think
you.
we all know the Celtics are the favorites on the
No, I know, but I'm
Sure.
saying, like.
But I think they
they're-
got to keep a little eye on.
No,
them.
But they just
of course.
added
You
some.
gotta keep that
they just
eye.
added
Really,
some
yeah.
nice bench pieces though. Mike Scott.
But I fully expect Boston to be in the
That's
finals.
Mike Scott.
Come on, man.
Mike Scott's
He's
been
a
on
good role
like
player.
Mike Scott been on like 11 teams.
Well, what Philly really needed was shooting. They just solved that
That's
problem.
Yeah,
They
you know,
did.
to some degree.
To
some
tie, but Tobias can shoot. Mike
can't.
Scott can
Reddick
shoot.
could shoot.
Reddick can shoot. Now you got more guys around that bench.
And they gave up nobody pretty much for these.
But they
teams.
had a bench shooter that Shamit guy. He was a really good shooter. Like that Shamit, he was a rookie, but he was a really good
He
shooter.
was.
It was expendable for what they got.
No, he was a really. That's what he did. That he was
He's part of
a.
the trade.
He'll be good for the
He went-
Clippers.
Yeah, he went to the Clippers. No, that's why I was like surprised they let him go. I was like, he was doing good for them to pick up Mike Scott for his replacement. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be it. I think this is how it's gonna go. 76 is gonna start off hot. Boom, they got all this firepower. Then the bench gonna come, and then they're just gonna lose it right after. The players are gonna come back. Everything is gonna fold, bro.
All I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
say
lose to them
is,
in 5
I'm
minutes.
just gonna say this. Don't be surprised if Tobias solves that problem for them.
Nah.
Because
He helps a lot.
Because
That problem.
you're somebody that's coming from putting up 20 on the Clippers, and now you're gonna come into a role where you can add
Have
more to
open looks because they
add more to what they have.
And he's coming
You know what I
to a
mean?
role where Joel Embiid just got mad because he wasn't getting enough touches ever since Jimmy Butler got there. So good luck with that, bro.
Hey, listen,
Good luck with that.
shooting is shooting.
Yeah, they needed that bad. Before we wrap it up, yo, Kwame, you want to give a little insight onto your experience in Albania playing overseas?
I mean, it was definitely an experience. Before going there, I never really even left Massachusetts, so it was definitely a big culture change. The basketball's a lot different. Like I'd say it's more old school than like the way people play ball around here now. Like it's no like ISO moves. It's more team orientated. It's the defense is a lot like dirty. I'll say like you said this soft European stigma or whatever.
Stereotype.
Like I don't even know if that's a thing because over
Man.
there they play
Wow.
strong and dirty. Like
Nah,
it's
It's crazy.
different, like,
That's just great that you say that because it just proves you were there and that stereotype's BS. Because the sportscasters do always stereotype that. You see them in the draft combine. Oh, he's soft. He needs to put on weight. That's crazy. The game was basically more physical.
Ain't nobody from Albania though.
Nah,
they talk about dudes from like Latvia, like
True.
Kristaps. He's mad soft, but like
because it's not a lot of skill over there, so they gotta like use
Like teamwork.
and their
Yeah.
strength in like what they have. Because I'm like he said, I'm pretty sure they don't have like not a lot of skill. They probably just gotta be like, you know what, ball going hoop or we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
exactly.
You should-
Exactly,
you're
what
great.
it is, right?
Let me just ask this: Did anything out there in that Albanian area help add anything to like your game? Like, did it help with shooting? Did it help with any defense?
I mean, definitely because like I feel like my game is mainly off like natural ability, so I never really had like the structure behind it. And you go there, like you're practicing 2 times a day, 3 times a day, starting over from the basics, learning everything. So it's kind of like good to go back to the beginning, learn the structures, like learn the proper way to shoot, actually put up the amount of reps you should be putting up. Like it's just
It was a real feel over there. That's what's up.
it was like like, I don't know, it was just a good experience. I
Yeah.
guess it did help me learn a lot, though, definitely.
Yeah, your experience sounds a lot better than LeVar's kids when
Yeah.
they went
I mean,
overseas.
Honestly, they're probably just spoiled. Like
Yeah, they do. They look like they're mad spoiled that they can't stand. They can't take the culture shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, they were spoiled. They were leaving
Spoiled light skins.
Chino Hill.
Yeah, we came from something different.
Yeah, nah,
If
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
staying with like, they was living more luxurious than I was.
They were coming from LA. They were
Yeah,
going where
it's
they
nothing
going?
like with LA.
Going to Greek or whatever they went, Greece, whatever. I don't know where they went, man. They went somewhere cold.
And if you think that free agency is gonna have something crazy happen, or if you have something to comment about Kwame Lee, let us know in the comment section and subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things.